Brenna, one game, one win. Must be pretty happy with the performance on Friday night.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't be unhappy with a win. But it was great. Fans rocked out and just it was an awesome experience.
In terms of what the team wanted to get out of the performance, obviously Collingwood are a really solid side, building a new structure of their own. What was your main kind of takeaway from the game?
It's I guess first and foremost, like North Sydney's a smaller ground, so obviously playing to the size of the ground is one thing. Obviously, we're out at RSCA, which is a far bigger park this week. But I guess to sort of start our season strong. Obviously, we came off a strong season last year. Obviously, I guess we like to think that we're being hunted a little bit more now. So just to come out with a bang. Obviously, we were lucky enough to have opening night as well. So just to have a really good start and then start our campaign off well.
Scotty's spoken a bit about how that transition movement, that quick ball movement, is going to be a real priority this year. We saw bits of it on the weekend. What's kind of gone into prioritising that this year and trying to make sure that ball movement is nice and quick?
I guess we've got to be able to run, hey. So plenty of fitness, I guess, is the first thing. Making sure that we can sustain ourselves for a full game, and I guess also just the trust in one another. So trust that we can, move the ball the way we want to, and that when we pass the ball off, it's in safe hands and it's going to get to where it needs to go, and we're going to play the style of footy that the Swans want to present themselves with.
Does a bigger field like this coming weekend, will it make that run and gun almost a little bit easier, give you a bit more space to work in as well?
Oh, space is everything. What you can do with so much more space always helps. But look, I guess no matter where we are on, whichever field we're on, whoever we're playing, we're always going to play our Bloods footy and our Swans footy that we've trained and we've worked on and honed on this whole pre-season. So it always helps to have that extra space. It's the likeliness of a lasso, free kicks, lesser and stuff like that. But I guess just maximising the space that we will have will be in.
In terms of the pressure on the weekend, I think you guys are the number one pressure team across the weekend. So that's a really big bonus to have that sort of intensity from the first week of competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Saints will probably look at that and, watching, they're a really high pressure team and they're, there's every chance that they may try and bring the pressure to us to see how we go. But it's absolutely massive that we are the number one team for pressure right now. It's absolutely our game and what we want to be known for as a high pressure team and to put the opposition under the pump. So, yeah.
Obviously, the Pies had quite a few scoring shots on the weekend that they couldn't quite make the most of and might have made the game a bit closer. What's the key to kind of turning that around in defence and limiting a team like St Kilda this weekend from having those opportunities? Yeah,
well, I mean, when you look at the Saints lineup, they got Jesse Wardlaw, who had a great first game, and even Jamie Lambert. So those sorts of players love a lead. So it's just making sure we really lock down really tight on them and. As I said, just minimise their space. So, we want to use the space, but let's not give them the space. And just, I guess, really suck them into a small area and make the ground feel small for them.
As probably one of the club's main key defenders, do you kind of look at a Jesse Wardlaw matchup and go, okay, that's something that I'd like to try and take on?
Oh, I mean, I'm run my hands together, honestly.
Yeah.
But whoever gets the job, I'm sure will do an awesome job. On the weekend, it might even be a shared role. I think, we don't want to look at the Saints and just think that Jesse Wardlaw is the one person that we've got to target. I think the whole team, for them, needs to be assessed and looked at closely. So, and I guess the rest of their forwards too. They all had a great game. All the goals were shared between all of them against the Gold Coast Suns last week. So it's going to be a real big challenge. But I think as the backs and as the mids and forwards, we'll all take on the job together, I think.
And I guess in terms of the length of the season, getting these wins, trying to get them on the board nice and early is so important. Is that something that, especially looking at last year, we're able to get a bit of momentum early, that the team's trying to replicate again?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you'd rather win than lose. But, I think to start strong is one thing. We don't want to be waiting till the end of the season and relying on percentage to decide on whether we're playing finals like last year. I guess we just squeezed through on percentage last year, so we don't want that to be the story again. Obviously racking in as many wins as we can, and to do it early just helps. So.